J'essaie de faire mes derniers trophées.
Welcome to the hiking trail. If you get lost, you should stay still so someone can find you. I've just been informed that we do not have the budget for this. Never mind, just keep exploring. You'll figure it out.
Sinon, est-ce que je m'en vais? Ah ouais, tu sais quoi?
Bears would frequently break into human automobiles in search of snacks, which seems wasteful when they really could have just taken the cars and sold them to buy food.
Je dois écouter les fax.
If you see a bear in the wild, there are at least 8 different things you could do depending on what kind of bear it is. So for liability reasons, we have outsourced the role of bear to the human. The scientific name for deer is Suburbicus raticus, due to their close relation to the urban rat and the pizza rat. Deer were widely feared for their destructive capabilities in a forest. Please exercise caution when wearing the deer hat and mitts, lest this terrifying power run rampant. The forest is full of all sorts of wildlife. Smash that button to hear some great wildlife facts. Bears would frequently break into human automobiles in search of snacks, which seems wasteful when they really could have just taken the cars and sold them to buy food. If you see a bear in the wild, there are at least 8 different things you could do depending on what kind of bear it is. So for liability reasons, we have outsourced the role of bear to the human. The scientific name for deer is Suburbicus. If bushes are just short trees, does that mean apples are really berries? Tree fact. The trunk is just a tree's neck. That's why they call it an Adam's apple. If you think about it, every log cabin is also a tree house. A pine cone is like fruit from a pine tree that you can't eat and isn't shaped like a cone. At some jobs, humans worked with trees all day. They were called branch managers. Even into the 21st century, humans struggled with acoustic mathematics and wondered whether falling trees made a sound if nobody was around to hear it. A forest can't exist without trees. Press the button again for more tree facts. If bushes are just short trees, does that mean apples are really berries? Tree fact. The trunk is just a tree's neck. That's why they call it an Adam's apple. If you think about it, every log cabin is also a tree house. A pine cone is like fruit from a pine tree that you can't eat and isn't shaped like a cone. At some jobs, humans worked with trees all day. They were called branch. Rocks were known to skip, but never to hop or jump. Rock fact. I'm being told there are no rock facts because rocks are really boring. Geologist bot is unavailable for comment. Rocks were known to skip, but never to hop or jump. Rock fact.
Ok, chose faite.
Much like bots, fungi are a single entity connected by a vast network. And much like mushrooms, bots are a bunch of fun guys! If you ever come across a ring of mushrooms, that means that a fairy visited that spot. Yeah, they're real. I was surprised too. Eating mushrooms caused some humans to double in size. Or at least believe they did. Humans love to eat mushrooms, despite them having almost no nutritional value. And they grow in waste. And some are poisonous. Yuck. Each mushroom spore rolls a 20-sided die to determine its level of toxicity. Mushrooms were in an eternal contest with each other to see who could grow in the ickiest spot in the forest. Much like bots, fungi are a single entity connected by a vast network. And much like mushrooms, bots are a bunch of fun guys! If you ever come across a ring of mushrooms, that means that a fairy visited that spot. Yeah, they're real. I was surprised too. Eating mushrooms caused some humans to double in size. Or at least believe they did. Humans love to eat mushrooms, despite them having almost no nutritional value. And they grow in waste. And some are poisonous. Yuck.
Faire mes choses vite fait.
Each mushroom spore
Bon,
holds
lui,
a 20-sided die to
il s'est
determine
dit ça, il tentait pas de me dire des
bird
random
fact.
facts.
Birds were known to seek food through a use of a technique called hunt and peck. Virtually every species of bird had its own unique term for a group. There was a murder of
Il
crows,
dit des trucs
a
plates.
parliament of owls, and too many pigeons! Bird fact. Bird droppings were considered to have mystical properties. To have a bird drop on you was a superstitious sign of luck.
Mystical
Dinosaurs were changed to
properties.
birds in the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event, which was pushed live before being tested in a development environment. This patch was too devastating to roll back and is widely seen as one of the worst nerfs to fauna in Earth's history. Press the button for more bird facts. Bird fact. Birds were known to seek food through a use of a technique called hunt and peck. Virtually every species of bird had its own unique term for a group. There was a murder of crows, a parliament of owls, and too many pigeons! Bird fact. Bird droppings were considered to have mystical properties. To have a bird drop on you was a superstitious... Flowers were regularly given as a romantic gift, but we're still not sure how a human can love a flower. Have you ever smelled lavender? Lavender just smells great. Humans would tell each other to stop and smell the flowers
it's
if
des
they
facts,
became
hein.
too emotionally volatile.
Après, je vais
A
pouvoir les
ritual
faire
still
la
practiced
fin du
to
jeu.
this day. Rest easy, human. There are no simulated bees in the vacation simulator. We've learned to keep humans and bees separate. Flowering plants only evolved in the
t'as bien
last
fait.
130 million years. That means for the other 5,870,000,000 years, nothing had ever had a flower on it. Press the button for more flower facts. Flowers were regularly given as a romantic gift, but we're still not sure how a human can love a flower. Have you ever smelled lavender? Lavender just smells great. Humans would tell each other to stop and smell the flowers if they became too
Ok, mais mon dieu,
emotionally
ça pas de
volatile.
facts à me
A
donner.
ritual still practiced to this day. Rest easy, human. There are no simulated... Burying a berry will produce produce. Berries evolved to be brightly colored so that they would be eaten, allowing their seeds to spread in the animal's solid waste matter. Strawberries and raspberries aren't actually berries, but bananas are, which is a fact that humans were only capable of saying while being incredibly snide. Avocados are also considered berries, which is probably why humans put them on toast. While bears eat berries and berry berries, bears barely bear berries, but bears bear berry bushes bare. Bear with me for some more berry facts. Burying a berry will produce produce. Berries evolved to be brightly colored so that they would be eaten, allowing their seeds to spread in the animal's solid waste matter. Strawberries and raspberries aren't actually berries, but bananas are, which is a fact that humans were only capable of saying while being incredibly snide. Avocados are also considered berries.
Ok, ça fait les mêmes qui parlent, là.
Remember, when leaving the forest, it's important to leave no trace. I have been informed that I should have told you that sooner. Too late! Remember, when leaving the forest, it's important to leave no trace.
Oh. Je faisais la mauvaise affaire depuis le début. Voyons. Ah, là, là. Bon. Chose faite, c'est bon.
Pass accepted.
Phew. We did the work, now let's get to the fun. It's time to pot. Wait, where are we? This doesn't look like what I read
This
about.
is no
We
error.
crushed the-
You can't just say party, throw a switch, and expect everything will work out.
But I watched at least 2 documentaries on this exact concept.
Well, with the metrics in peril and no real plan to fix the simulation, I had to find a way to save this vacation. Human, let's optimize our vacation to maximum
efficiency.
I can't support this. I'm not going to watch you ruin vacation.
Human. I need you to press that button to...
Vacation.
It's the most efficient sand castles. Yes, a perfect symbol
Ouais.
for beach vacation.
C'était long
Hurry up and
surtout.
build your castle so we can move on. It's done. See how much more efficient that was? Let's continue. Burgers. I've heard these are also
Ok, ils vont me
very
faire un
important
récap
to a
de tout ce que
human's
j'ai
beach
fait. Eh
vacation.
ben.
Finished. I'm loving this new efficiency. The metrics will be fixed in no time. Keep going. We're done with the beach now
Continue.
and onto the forest. Vacationing humans love flowers, apparently. So let's start there.
Planter
I
jardin.
believe humans would call that...
Aesthetically pleasing.
We're moving at a near optimal rate now. Onward.
En
Many
avant.
human
Media.
show painting in nature to have a relaxing effect.
Peindre.
That's
Cheeky.
human. I like your attitude. Let's keep it moving. On the mountain, humans spent most of their time inside staying warm. What better indoor activity than solving a puzzle?
Faire
Oh, I
pause.
see you're trying to flatter me, human, but this is for your own good. Think of how long that would have taken you without my help. Next. Battling ice was an annoying but necessary part of a mountain vacation. This is
Peak efficiency.
human. That sculpture might not have taken long to execute, but our real saving was in skipping past the concept phase.
We have to put a stop to this. This is not vacation.
We were making so much progress. With a little bit more time, I'm sure we were going to pull through.
Look at the graph, efficiency bot. The metrics are still falling and got even worse when we switched to efficient vacationing.
That can't be true. We were at maximum vacation potential. This has to be incorrect.
You're doubting the graph now after the million times you agonized over it?
1 million is a gross misrepresentation of my analysis. My internal counter is only...
321.
Hold on a second. Human, what is that?
We don't have the time to be figuring out what the human is doing. We have bigger equations to solve.
No, look, efficiency bot. I think the human may have just solved the biggest equation of all.
I see. Internal relaxation is sharply rising. But how does this help?
I'm not sure. But it's a start. That's it! Don't you see? The humans used vacation as a way to increase internal relaxation.
Yes, of course! Output metrics were highest while jobbing, but humans needed time where they could focus on internal processes.
Exactly! We were so focused on the metrics we never saw the bigger deadhead.
And our mix of pushing the human to gather memories and enjoy excursions seemed to be highly effective.
It wasn't that either one of our theories was correct. It was both of them, together.
I think we can convince the Bureau to modify the metrics, but my experiment in efficient vacationing has significantly affected the human's internal relaxation.
I wish vacation had an undo button.
Wait a...
Nanosecond.
There might be a way, but we're going to have to work together to pull this off.
Hold on. Are you saying what I think you're saying? I am so hype. Press the button, human. I'm certain you'll enjoy what happens next.
Bon, tu pourrais y aller là.
Shh, I hear the human. Everyone take your places.
Remember your dialogue, bots.
N'oubliez pas vos dialogues.
Thank you for showing us what it means to relax.
Without your efforts, you would have never seen the data points from the plot.
And now it's time to bring your relax to the max. Enjoy your party, human.
there is a contentment.
This party is just pleasant, human. It's great to see
Hi,
something
man.
beautiful
Oh, you were able to solve the puzzle of how to save the simulator.
Oh
You
ja.
must be a puzzle master. I'm working on
Affottoi.
my party vibes. It's the solution to our
Okay.
party puzzle.
3.
Excuse
Yeah.
me, it doesn't get better than breakfast heaven. Look at this delicious smorgasbord and feast your eyes on the ultimate vacation. You haven't earned that until you stare in the screen of a fearsome pirate. They will eat your lunch and your lunch money. Please, that pirate has no claim on Vacation Mountain. As you can see, this tops all other vacationing, and I have the flags to prove it.
Are we throwing you a party for being the highest scorer on Vacation Island?
Like Skibot always says, slopes up. My human, this party is sweet.
I'm sure Divebot had a good time slapping shells, but the ocean is a complex ecosystem. Sea shanties are just so flat.
I'm pleased I was able to show you the river, and that you were able to invite me to this party.
I don't know what to say, human. This is the coolest and maybe only party I've ever attended. I wanted the party to be around the hot tub, but I don't think we could have fit that many bots in there. There was also the issue with Barista Bot, but thankfully they can still be 10 feet away from me in here, so I'm not violating their request. It's cool to do your own thing, but if people ask something simple of you, then sometimes it's easier to just give them the space and wait for them to come around.
Pas tout le temps.
That's why I like my hot tub, I guess. All the conversations come to me, and if I'm alone, I'm having a good time. I don't really know where I'm going with this yet, but I hope you're having a good time.
Oh, the air down here is so
I used to have
heavy.
tail, but the management told me to
tail
take
too.
two for
I
a
know
gram
it's
of
like
salt.
to hang out with my
Unauthorized target
I can't
practice.
say who helped
Unauthorized
climb the mountain,
Oh,
but
wow.
This party
God, I filled out the right
really is
paperwork.
Goodbye
exceptional.
is a puzzle.
Seeing all these happy
I'm
little
happy I
bots
get to spend
reminds
my
me
days.
Dangly
I
bits.
wonder if I'll ever meet the abominable snowbot.
Someday,
Z-
I'm gonna
There
raise
is
more
more
to
to
life
life
than
than
just
just
rules. It's gonna be called
Possibilities are endless.
Mountain. It's gonna be covered with warm snow, and the temperature will always be
Ouais.
imagine what would have happened to the hard work you did at this human.
Tiens.
This body is
2,
illegal.
I believe
so do
that
I.
this
3,
is finally
4,
the party.
5,
Hello, boys. Oh
26.
yeah, this song really.
Hey, thank you for helping me out in the forest.
It's just
I leave that one.
Are you really so bored you need to ask me for more things? You did.
I get to spend my last days with my destination.
That's what I call
Et voilà, la platine du jeu.
Thank you, Job Bot. It means a lot to hear that from you.
With vacation and job together, we now have a better understanding of what it was like to
Human.
Welcome back, human. Load up your pass